I accept I have an unorthodox way of living, but my lifestyle guarantees me success 110%, which is what I recently told a coworker when, yet again, they're trying to persuade me, which I understand. It's out of love. They were trying to persuade me, or understand at least, why I wasn't in college, or why I wasn't pursuing, this obvious career path that we should all be pursuing, right? Like trying to get to know, like, what is so enticing that is steering you off from normality. I said, my good sir. I said, it's this one point. Oh my god, I gotta tell you about it. And I did. I started telling him about it. About the breath of God, which I'm sure you're very familiar by now. And if you're not, I have a video on it, and it's a minute long. Alright guys, I have a lot. Oh my god, I haven't spoken to you. I have quite a bit to say. Okay, so I want to start with saying, just right off the bat, okay? That when your partner hurts you, instead of affirming, okay, so they hurt you and you're feeling hurt and you're like, shit, I just want them to love me again, right? Let's say that you feel that they're distant or something, and you're like, I just want them to love me, so I'm gonna affirm they love me, right? Because that's what we preach, right? That I say, you want something, affirm you have it, so you visualize it. Okay, they've upset you, and so you're having a difficult time resonating with the feeling of they love me, because all you're feeling right now is the opposite. They've upset you, and so you feel like they're upset with you as well. And so it's hard to enter that state. Of course, that makes absolute perfect sense. And so I recommend you start affirming you love yourself. You make it about you. Ultimately, guys, there's one point. And so let me explain this to you. When you're in a relationship, what you seek the most, and we might confuse this with seeking this other partner, but what we seek the most is self-love and self-acceptance, self-worth, self-value, all these good positive traits, but self attached to the front. Self-trust, self-confidence, self-sexiness, just self. And so when they've upset you and you feel like I want to get back on track, make it about you. You'll have your time when you feel like you want to be lovey-dovey to affirm and imagine the two of you together. Of course, no one's saying don't do that, no. But when they've upset you or there's some sort of tension going on, make it about you. There's one point, and so, why would you not make it about you? That's the entire premise of everything that I'm saying. And tell yourself that you're amazing, that you deserve an amazing love, that you are an amazing love. Let's say, for example, they're distant, they're pulling back, and so your self-worth is still kind of tied to that, and so, which is normal, okay? Just saying, it's a normal feeling for a human with an ego for that reaction to occur. By the way, the ego, guys, if you don't really know, is what makes us feel separate, or what we perceive as separate from one another. It's because of our ego. Ultimately, we're all one. We all stem from one, so it's all togetherness. But our ego makes us feel like we're all separate. So I'm separate from this laptop. I'm separate from this microphone. I'm separate from the thoughts of my partner. I'm separate from the world around me. And so the ego. And so when you raise in vibration, when you go to like the 4D, 5D, 7D, whatever, 12D, so they speak telepathically. There's no matter. It's not 3D. And so they don't have mouths to speak. It's atrophied because they speak through telepathically. It's all telepathic, and so everybody shares. It's like when you have a radio, everyone's tuned into the same frequency when you're in that dimension up there. And so it's like a thought realm and everybody's in it. And so the thoughts that you have, everybody can hear them as well, right? Everybody can see them as well. And so typically when you're in those dimensions, you're a pro, you're a master at controlling your thoughts and such. And so yes, when you make it about yourself, you'll feel much more aligned. You're feeling nasty because they're mad at you, and you want to feel back to being peace, swaying in the ocean. Make it about you and how you deserve an amazing love, and they're being distant. You deserve the world, and see yourself getting the world. Make it about you. Speaking about making it about you, guys, I wanted to speak on affirmations because I know it's such a simple subject, but guys, affirmations will change your life. And I'm not talking about I am wonderful, I am sweet. Those are great, and I love general ones as well. You know, I'm not knocking those at all. But guys, I want you to get creative. Think of a sentence, and that's your new affirmation. And you know, you can be so creative. And you would have to give me a topic and a subject for me to start rolling them out. Rita Kaminsky, I believe, I hope I'm not butchering her last name, on YouTube. Rita Kaminsky is amazing at affirmations. So she does subliminals on her channel, and in the description bar she'll have like a list of affirmations. It's like a link to a doc full of affirmations. I'll link her channel down below. And oh my god, guys, it's amazing. Like, open your mind to affirmations. You know, there's another YouTube channel. Let me pull it up right now. Low break. Okay, it's called High Frequency Guru on YouTube. Amazing for repetitions. Yes, for repetition, which is a staple for a creation that is foundational. It's good for affirmations. She repeats and their affirmations, and so it's great. And so get creative with your affirmations to benefit you. Every perspective, every sentence, everything you affirm should start to benefit you whenever you're experiencing a problem. And shout out Bashar. Been seeing a lot of him on TikTok. Shout out to him. He channels, guys. I'm not specifically sure who. Like if it's Pleiadian or Arcturian, I'm not sure. But the information is all the same anyways. And so he also agrees that when we have an issue, a problem, it's not that any problem is inherently bad. It's our perspective. This is his words. Our perspective is what makes it seem that way. And I know that's like, whoa, Carla, I'm gonna come up with a million bad things right now when you're gonna tell me it's my perspective that makes them bad. I understand that we're human, we have an ego, so I understand that perspective. And you know, I'm not gonna think of like the worst crimes of humanity and be like, oh, but it's my perspective that makes them seem bad, you know. Ultimately, it is true. It is my perspective and my belief that sees something as wrong. And so people who do wrong and who are like, I'm a good person, it's because they believe in their heart. That's what they believe, you know, and that's why people are different. People are different because your beliefs are what shape and create your world, right? And so I just want to say that when you have an issue, use creative affirmations to change your perspective or your perception of the situation to benefit you. It can be done. Even if it's an outlandish, crazy ass sentence that you're creating, it's your new affirmation. Okay? Anything that you can put into thought can be put into creation. So, crazy example. You crash your car. Me crashing my car was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's your new affirmation. Do you understand? Make those affirmations. You got a crush on this guy right here? Oh, I was about to expose myself. But it's okay. I'll give you a hint. You'll just be like, I don't know, like my person thinks about me every time before they go to sleep. Or, you know, you can come up with crazy things, guys. My person thinks about me 40 times a day. Guys, you can get outlandish and creative and crazy. I just don't want to. I don't know, man. I don't want to speak too much, because imagine my crush is listening to this and they're like, girl, what the fuck? Is that why I'm behaving this way? Yup. That's exactly why. Oh, guys, life hack. And this is a good one. You're going to be like, thank you, Carla. I'm going to be like, oh, you're welcome, girl. Boy, I got you. Okay, right now, what are you doing with your face muscles? Check them out. What are you doing with your face muscles? Okay? Force a smirk right now. Force a smirk or a little smile. You will literally feel the raise in frequency or vibration. Tell me I'm wrong. And that is how you know that states are real. Everything that I'm saying is real. Okay? You're an intuitive, even with the little muscle. And when you force that smirk, your body goes, oh, I'm happy. So next time, like try it. And then, seriously, let's say you get into a fight with your coworker, your boss, or I don't know, your boyfriend, your sister, your mom, and you're really distraught. Try the smirk thing. You're gonna feel a raise in frequency, and you're gonna be like, why am I so upset? Force a smile. It makes a difference, guys. Because listen to this, and I'm not even being dilly-dallying. When you smirk and you raise in frequency, what happens is you enter a new thought realm. And so when you're in a certain frequency, you're subject to certain thoughts which are in that realm. When you raise, you find yourself with new thoughts. That's why, as I said in a previous episode, especially people who self-teach themselves skills, and the skill will tell you the epiphany just came to me. It just came to me. Because as they proceed in learning and they don't give up, and even if they fail, they continue with an attitude of go-getter attitude, right? Always a situation to learn from, not to fear from, right? That's a good one. A situation to learn from, not to fear from. And so they'll be like, it was just like an epiphany. No, you enter new thought realms as you ascend. As you ascend in thoughts as well. Who would have thought? Because remember, we're at one point. Everything is available to us. Infinity. Everything is easily as accessible as the next. Think of the alphabet. A is A, B is B. They're both letters, but they are the same. Okay? Now, in this example, A is the best thing you ever imagined, and B is the worst thing you ever imagined. They're both easily ascertainable. Everything is. It's just about what we focus on, what our beliefs, our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions are, that will show up. Because it's in the minor things. It's in the small things. Even me, I miss it sometimes. It's in the small things. It's how you react to small comments. Day-to-day work life. It's just in the small things. So remember, we're 1 point. Okay? You enter new thought realms by raising in frequency, by ascending. So shout out to the little smirk life hack. I got you. Because that little smirk that you just did right now is like when a sprinter is running a race, and let's say that I give them a push in the beginning, so they're already winning. That's what it is. You're welcome, girl. I got you no matter what. All right. Okay, guys, as I was saying earlier, fear is simply a belief. If it's just a belief, it's a perspective. I can look at a ghost. I can be like, okay, objectively, You're seated. You're not, really normal. My heart is racing. But you know what? I'm going to talk it out. And I'm going to accept you for what you are. And I might even throw you a compliment. I might even be like, you are looking so fair. And so, or you can look at a ghost and be like, oh my God, I don't recognize you. I'm so scared. Right? And so, fear is a perception thing. Fear is a belief. If you're feeling afraid of the dark and you're like, I don't want to feel this shit anymore. I'm so over being fucking afraid of the dark. It's a belief. Start telling yourself I love the dark. At first you might be like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Well, of course not, because you're still in your old state and you need to detach and create a new state. How do you create a new state? By creating a potency of energy. How do you create that? By having new thoughts, imaginary pictures, new thoughts, new thoughts, new thoughts. THOUGHTS. And so, fear is just a belief. Infinity is possible. You're stronger than whatever you're afraid of. You can ascend out of it. You're stronger. Guys, you're the 1 point. You're infinite. Come on. You're like Iron Man. Except like infinitely cooler. Whatever you're afraid of, it's just a belief. Bitch, knock that shit out of the fucking park. Get out of here. Oh, like that, man. You know what? Make fear your friend. When fear shows up knocking, Mommy, I'm scared. That's just an opportunity for you to tweak a belief. It's telling you, Mommy, I'm scared. Daddy, I'm scared. Can you please change a belief so that I can be empowered and not scared right now? And so when you walk into the dark, you're going to say, this is my home. I run the fucking floor here. You're not going to walk in and be nervous and scared of the dark. No, you're going to change your beliefs and your perspectives and your thoughts. And it's going to be awkward and uncomfortable at first, as all is when you're learning something new. But then the more you do it, the more you're like, yeah, wait a minute, yeah. I'm not scared of no fucking dark. I'll take anybody right here, right now. And so, that applies for everything. And to the question, how? To the question, how is something going to happen, Carla? I say go to the end. Don't worry about the how. And so, Carla, but you're like, I'm a human being and I have an ego and I believe in time. And it really affects me. And so, I'm not going to be okay with that answer. It's not going to be enough for me. You're going to have to tell me what the fuck is going to happen between point A and point B, because I'm a control freak. Okay, I'm going to tell you. Chill out. Oh, back off. I'll tell you. Now, I'll tell you respectfully and politely and with love, because I understand. Okay? And I'm living it. Let me just fucking tell you out of experience. As you progress from point A to point B, you'll notice, and you should notice, you should always be conscious and aware of what is going on in your mind. The whole point of what I'm talking about is so you can be conscious and aware of what you're thinking, to create consciously and purposefully with a purpose. And so when you have a intrusive thought, you go, that's not going to affect me. I don't eat that. That's not in my cafeteria menu. Okay, anyways. What was I even talking about? I swear to God. So you want to know what the fuck is going to happen specifically between point A and point B. Your thoughts are going to elevate slowly. And chill out, bro. Let it happen. You don't have to fucking put so much pressure on yourself. Chill out. Let your thoughts slowly change and elevate. Go with the flow. Do the body roll. You'll start feeling inspired action that feels right, because I want to do this, because I just want to. It makes me feel good to do this. And so you start doing things like that. Usually they're good things, guys. Let me say this. If you have let's say you're angry and you're like, I just want to beat the shit out of someone, man, and that shit's gonna make me feel so good, I'm gonna go do it, because Carly said to do what makes me feel good. Let me say this. We are all kindergartners at some point, right? And so we learn the basic construct of good and bad. You hit a kid, teacher says no, wrong, right? And so when you grow up, you still believe this, and you can gaslight yourself to be like, nah, I'm gangster, whatever, like it doesn't affect me. I know it's like whatever. In your core though, in your subconscious core, you know that you're doing something wrong. And so you're like, I want to beat the shit out of someone because that's going to make me feel good. Is that really going to make you feel good? Because I think what would really make you feel good is if someone understood you and heard you, and let's say someone made you angry because they invalidated you and they made you feel like your voice wasn't heard, or that you're not important, or that you don't matter. And so what you really are after is to feel valued and important and loved. And so give that to yourself. That's what's going to make you feel good. Beating the shit out of someone's not going to make you feel good. And if you're like, no, like, you got to hold me the fuck back because this shit, like, it's coming out no matter what. All right. Like, take 2 seconds you go into your mind and beat the shit out of someone in your mind. And then go afterwards. Live after. When you have to deal with the consequences. And stand in that moment. And see how you feel. Now you're going to be like, now there's an argument that's like, no, Carla, like this just feels so right. Just don't get clouded in the idea of doing something wrong because you think it's going to make you feel good, when ultimately what you're after is something else entirely. This whole time you were just looking for someone to value you and to hear you out. You just beat the shit out of 6 people. What the fuck is happening? Now we're all going to hear you and value you as a serial beat the shit out of people guy. And so go to the end, and is that really what you want? I mean, if you want to be known as a guy who just beats the shit out of people and you're so proud of it, then I will stand out of your way, but I'm just not going to get in your way. And so, because that's probably the smartest thing I could do. But yeah, look for the actual real core, of what makes you feel good. Going off onto what I was talking about. Anyway, you have inspired action to want to feel good. And so, for example, like me, I was like, I just have this drive to like make a podcast, like a drive, like, oh, I just need to. And so I did. And so those kinds of things will happen naturally, and it'll make you feel good and happy and all these good, amazing traits. And so you're getting from point A to point B. It's happening. When I say live in the end, it's so you won't give up, because we have this, and I am so guilty growing up, especially before knowing about the law. What if you can throw all that shit out the window because you know the what if. And so when I say live in the end, it's so you won't give up, and so you can already know who you are. And so when you're working your way towards there, when someone says, hey dude, you're shitty, that doesn't offend you, so you're like, whatever bro, at the end, I'm amazing. And my story is going to be so inspirational when I tell people that other people said I'm shitty. Like truly. It's a perspective shift. How you see things, it's what is reality. And so I always say that like about myself humbly. I'm like, I just want to be inspiring to people. And if at first it's going to be harder for me than it is for you. But in the long run, guys, I recommend you turn your fucking phone off. No, put it on Do Not Disturb and sit there in fucking silence. I am such a victim as well. I am such a victim, and I understand. To like, scrolling on your phone just to like see stuff and laugh and not want to really think much. Just for at least 20 minutes a day. Start off. You're going to end up loving it, so you're going to want more and more. But at first, start off. Just put your phone. You don't have to like leave it in a different room, because I know you might have a panic attack. Just on Do Not Disturb for like 10-20 minutes, and just sit there in silence with your thoughts, and start working on your core beliefs and what comes up, or on fun shit, on fun little stuff, start imagining fun things, start saying affirmations about yourself. You can say in third person or regular. You can start playing with affirmations and get infinite, guys. Get infinite, get creative, get wild, get juicy, get fun. Of course, positive and constructive and helpful to everybody around you. You can make them about yourself, about how the world views you, about your partner, about your bestie, about whoever, always positive and good, of course. And I want to say something, guys. Let's say you want to be the most beautiful girl in the whole world. The most beautiful girl in the whole world. And you're from me. I am the most beautiful girl in the whole world. I love it, girl. You are so gorgeous. It's important to recognize that when you feel so beautiful, like the most beautiful girl in the whole world, you're going to attract that as well. So you're going to attract other women, or man, if you're a man doing this. I'm the most handsome man in the whole world. You're going to attract other men and women who equally feel that, and I know you're like, yo, my ego tells me that I am the most. Chill out. There's infinite for everybody, okay? You never heard this before, but let me tell you this. Everybody can be the most beautiful. It's a feeling, it's a state, okay? Relax. Everybody can be infinite. Let's say you want a gazillion boys to hit your lineup, or a gazillion girls to hit your lineup. And that's how, like everybody can get a gazillion boys and girls. Because I'm speaking in hyperboles, but everybody can get hundreds of boys and girls to be in their DMs. Like, there's enough for everyone. The universe is infinite, and so don't start getting into scarcity and jealousy and envy, and you just notice how all these things are like negative. Like, what is happening? No, we live in an infinite universe, so be smart. Open your mind. Every time you're like friction, something negative, why? Are you thinking in limited terms? Are you letting your ego, which means separateness, get in the way of the truth? You can have whatever you want without feeling like everyone else around you is in competition. Okay, no. Everybody can have their cups filled, okay? Trust me, because when you really feel like you're the most beautiful girl in the world, you start thinking that everybody else around you is the most beautiful girl in the world. There's no selfishness. No. And a true beautiful girl will tell you that. One who's not insecure, right? Because insecurity is like, it wants to bring you in and constrain you. I'm not sure if that's the right word. It wants to, hold you tight and not let you grow. And so you don't need any of that. Remember to be smart and to think like the one point, like the God. It encompasses everything. And so how are you going to be jealous for your sister, for your brother, or your neighbor for being beautiful when you want to be beautiful too? What do you mean? Because a true beautiful girl is going to attract other beautiful girls. You should say, it's working. It's working, yeah, bitch. And you know what? Humbly, maybe take a lesson or two. Look at their state. And then maybe they will inspire you to want to create something new within yourself. Think twice before you start being envious and want to be nasty. Those dark feelings, think twice. And there's no, like, if you have experienced that before, chill out. It's okay. No one's mad. It's okay. Forgiveness is also a good tool. I always say, be a good parent to yourself. That encompasses everything, guys. It's so hard for me to say everything in just one 30-minute video. Please just go watch every other video I have, because I want you to be the best, and I will shape you to be the best if you will take the time to listen to me. Okay? I love you. Because when you're feeling like shit, you don't have to feel like shit. Okay? You don't have to feel like shit. You're enduring something. You don't have to feel like shit. Ever. You can feel like shit for 10 minutes and say, well, okay, I need new beliefs, period. And then get working on that. Let's say you feel ugly. Start with always create the opposite. I am beautiful, and feel it. Guys, we create. If you say I am ugly, you're going to create ugly. If you say I'm beautiful, you're going to create beautiful. Objectively. Both are as easy to maintain. Both. You're just so concrete and I'm so ugly. But no. Nope. being fucking gorgeous is literally just as attainable. Like, if you would literally just take out the emotion and switch your fucking thoughts. Am I being stern? Because I love you and I want you to feel the best. So I'm gonna take out, for now, we'll put it back later when we're more stable, take out the emotion and start changing your fucking thoughts and affirming differently. And when something negative like I'm so ugly comes up, literally tell yourself, stop. And you can have some attitude. It's fine. You'll go back and forth. It's always loving. Don't think that way to save your own life. Like, it's not even like don't, like, oh my God, pobrecita, like, Carla. No. Take out the emotion. Just be like, this is who I am now. This is who I am now. So even if you're angry, you're an angry, beautiful person. And you can replace beautiful with any attribute or characteristic. It doesn't have to be physical. It can be, like you're bubbly or you're funny. We need more funny people around here. We need more people to be affirming that they're funny. So get to work. Guys, I love Cat Williams.